What happens when one of the most traditional institutions in the world is forced to confront modern expectations? The British royal family has long relied on discretion, but recent statements from Princess Anne, Kate Middleton, and Prince William suggest that things are changing. With public scrutiny at an all-time high and internal discussions about the monarchy's future intensifying, these senior royals have finally addressed some of the biggest questions surrounding their roles. But why now? What prompted them to break their silence? And does this signal a new era of transparency, or is it simply an effort to regain control of the narrative? Princess Anne, Kate Middleton, and Prince William have always maintained a composed and carefully curated public image. But now, they have done something completely unexpected. They have broken their silence. For years, speculation and rumors have swirled about what has been happening behind closed doors in Buckingham Palace. Yet the royals have largely remained silent, allowing mystery and uncertainty to fuel public curiosity. But something has changed. The latest statement from these three senior royals has sent shockwaves across the world. What exactly prompted them to step forward now? And what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? In recent months, the British royal family has faced increasing scrutiny. Public concerns over Kate Middleton's absence from official engagements, growing tensions within the monarchy, and King Charles's ambitious modernization plans have all contributed to an atmosphere of uncertainty. The media has latched onto every detail, analyzing every move, every gesture, and every statement or lack thereof. The silence from Kensington Palace has only intensified the speculation. And now, finally, William, Kate, and Princess Anne have spoken out, addressing some of the most pressing questions surrounding the royal family. Their decision to make a public statement was not made lightly. Historically, the royal family has adhered to a strict code of discretion, rarely engaging in public disputes or addressing rumors. The Queen's famous mantra, "Never complain, never explain," has long defined how the monarchy deals with controversy. But the circumstances today are unlike anything seen before. The pressures of modern media, shifting public expectations, and internal conflicts have created an unprecedented situation. Something significant must have happened behind the scenes to push them into action. Kate Middleton's absence has been one of the most talked-about subjects in recent royal history. Her reduced public appearances sparked speculation about her health, her role within the monarchy, and even conspiracy theories that flooded social media. Despite these growing rumors, neither Kate nor Kensington Palace issued any statements for weeks. Now, in their joint statement, Kate and William have directly addressed the matter. The response was simple but firm. Kate has been focusing on her recovery and prioritizing her well-being while continuing to fulfill her responsibilities as the Princess of Wales. Yet, even with this clarification, many are wondering why the palace took so long to respond. The delay in addressing public concerns has led to even more questions. Was the royal family unsure of how to handle the growing media storm? Or was there internal disagreement about how much to reveal? The monarchy has always been careful about controlling its image, but the rise of social media and instant news coverage has made that job more difficult than ever. Every detail is magnified, every absence is questioned, and every word is analyzed. The longer they remained silent, the more room there was for wild theories to spread. At the same time, William has been dealing with his own set of challenges. As the future king, he carries an enormous weight on his shoulders. He has not only been managing his official duties, but also trying to navigate the complicated relationship with his younger brother, Prince Harry. The rift between the two brothers has only deepened in recent years, especially after Harry's explosive memoir and various public interviews criticizing the royal family. While William has remained largely silent on these issues, his latest statement has subtly acknowledged the difficulties of the past few years. He emphasized his dedication to his royal responsibilities and his family, making it clear that he is focused on the future rather than engaging in ongoing disputes. But perhaps the most unexpected voice in all of this is Princess Anne. Known for her no-nonsense attitude and strong work ethic, Anne has often been described as the hardest-working member of the royal family. She has rarely been involved in public controversies, preferring to stay out of the spotlight while fulfilling her duties. However, her recent involvement in these discussions signals that something serious is happening behind the scenes. Sources close to the palace suggest that Anne has been a key figure in private meetings about the monarchy's future. Unlike previous moments of tension within the family, this time she has stepped forward with a clear message. Anne's views on the modernization of the monarchy have been well known for years. She has always been a staunch supporter of tradition, believing that the royal family should maintain its long-standing duties rather than drastically changing its structure. With King Charles working to slim down the monarchy and redefine its role in modern Britain, Anne's perspective carries significant weight. Insiders suggest that she has voiced concerns about how these changes will affect the institution and has urged caution in making drastic adjustments. While Charles is focused on ensuring that the monarchy remains relevant, Anne believes that there is a risk of undermining its stability by moving too quickly. As Anne, Kate, and William step forward with their statements, the question remains, why now? What has shifted that required them to directly address the public? The answer may lie in the increasing pressure the monarchy is facing, both internally and externally. With public support fluctuating, recent polls have shown a growing divide in how people perceive the royal family. Some argue that the monarchy needs to be more transparent and open, while others believe that maintaining tradition is the key to preserving its strength. These differing opinions are not just present in public discourse, but also within the royal family itself. While the monarchy has survived generations of change, the challenges it faces today are different. The role of the media has transformed how the royal family operates, making privacy nearly impossible to maintain. Every moment, from a royal engagement to a simple absence, is scrutinized in ways that were never possible before. The need to adapt while staying true to their legacy is proving to be a delicate balance. One thing is certain, this moment marks a significant shift. The decision of Anne, Kate, and William to publicly address these issues is a sign that the royal family recognizes the need to respond to public concerns. But what does this mean for the future? Are we seeing a more open and responsive monarchy? Or is this simply a temporary measure to ease tensions? And perhaps more importantly, how will other members of the royal family react to this new approach? As these questions loom, the response from the public has been mixed. Some view this as a positive step forward, appreciating the transparency and directness. Others remain skeptical, wondering if this is simply a strategic move to control the narrative. Regardless of the motivations behind it, this moment will undoubtedly shape the monarchy's path in the coming years. But even as these statements provide some answers, they also raise new questions. What does King Charles think about this public acknowledgement? Has he been supportive of this decision? Or does it contradict his vision for the monarchy's modernization? And what about Prince Harry? Will he interpret this as an opportunity to mend fences? Or will it widen the divide even further? As the dust settles on this unprecedented moment, one thing is clear. The royal family is at a crossroads. The decisions made now will have lasting consequences, and the world is watching closely to see how this new chapter unfolds. For years, the British royal family has carefully maintained its image, choosing silence over confrontation when faced with public scrutiny. But now, something has changed. Princess Anne, Kate Middleton, and Prince William have finally addressed the public, breaking a long-standing tradition of discretion. Their statement was not just a casual remark, but a significant shift in how the monarchy responds to growing speculation and media pressure. The question is, why now? What forced them to step forward and speak directly to the public? The past year has been particularly challenging for the royal family. With King Charles pushing for modernization, public interest in the monarchy has reached new levels. Every move is analyzed, every appearance or absence is questioned. One of the biggest sources of speculation in recent months has been Kate Middleton's prolonged absence from public engagements. While Kensington Palace initially stated that she was recovering from planned abdominal surgery, the lack of further details led to wild rumors and conspiracy theories. As the speculation intensified, the palace had no choice but to clarify her condition. In March 2024, Kate Middleton revealed that she had been diagnosed with cancer and was undergoing chemotherapy. Her statement was met with widespread support, but it also raised concerns about how the palace had handled the situation. The silence surrounding Kate's health fueled a media storm. Social media was flooded with theories, and major news outlets ran speculative reports, questioning why Kensington Palace had not addressed the rumors sooner. This growing pressure on the monarchy is part of a broader shift in how the royal family interacts with the public. In previous generations, there was an understanding that royal matters were private, but in an era of instant news and social media, that approach no longer works. The public demands transparency, and the palace's delayed response only made the situation worse. Prince William, who had remained silent during the initial wave of speculation, finally addressed his wife's health in a way that showed both strength and vulnerability. During a public appearance, he thanked the public for their support and made it clear that Kate's health was the family's top priority. His composed yet firm response was seen as an effort to regain control of the narrative, a move that reflected the challenges of balancing royal duties with personal struggles. William has long been viewed as the future of the monarchy, and how he handled this situation was a test of his leadership. While his statement helped ease some concerns, it also raised new questions about the palace's overall strategy in dealing with public scrutiny. At the same time, Princess Anne's involvement in these discussions came as a surprise to many. Known for her straightforward nature and dedication to duty, Anne has never been one to seek the spotlight. However, in recent months, she has taken on a more visible role, stepping up to support the family during difficult times. Unlike other royals, Anne has always been seen as someone who puts service above personal issues. Her presence in the public eye now suggests that the internal challenges facing the monarchy are more significant than they appear. Sources close to the palace suggest that Anne has been involved in discussions about the future of the monarchy, particularly in relation to King Charles's push for modernization. While Charles believes that a slimmed-down monarchy is necessary to ensure its survival in the modern world, Anne has reportedly voiced concerns about what this could mean for the institution's long-term stability. She has always believed in the importance of maintaining the royal family's full range of duties, rather than reducing their presence. Her perspective is not just based on tradition, but on years of first-hand experience in public service. As these internal discussions continue, the public is left wondering what this means for the future. Kate Middleton's health and the way it was handled have highlighted the growing pressure on the monarchy to be more transparent. William's response showed a willingness to engage with the public, but it also revealed the limitations of the royal family's communication strategy. Meanwhile, Princess Anne's growing role signals that there may be deeper disagreements behind the scenes about the direction of the monarchy. The response from the public has been mixed. While many have praised Kate for her bravery in sharing her diagnosis, others question why it took so long for the palace to issue a clear statement. The delay in communication has led to concerns about how the monarchy adapts to the changing media landscape. In the past, silence might have been an effective strategy, but today, it often leads to misinformation and speculation. The balance between maintaining royal tradition and meeting public expectations is becoming increasingly difficult to manage. As the royal family navigates these challenges, the question remains: what comes next? Will this shift towards more openness continue, or was this simply a temporary response to a unique situation? The involvement of Princess Anne suggests that internal discussions about the monarchy's future are far from over. Her stance on preserving royal duties contrasts with Charles's modernization plans, setting the stage for potential disagreements within the institution. Meanwhile, William and Kate will continue to face public scrutiny, with every decision they make being carefully watched. One thing is certain: the monarchy is at a turning point. The way these issues are handled now will shape its future for years to come. The decisions made in the coming months will not only affect the current generation of royals, but also determine how the institution adapts to an era where silence is no longer an option. The world is watching closely, waiting to see how the royal family responds to the challenges ahead. As the royal family continues to navigate an increasingly complex landscape, the weight of public expectation has never been greater. Princess Anne, Kate Middleton, and Prince William have made it clear that they recognize the growing pressure to address speculation and concerns head-on. Their statements, though carefully measured, mark a significant shift in how the monarchy engages with the public. But as the dust settles, deeper questions remain. What does this moment reveal about the state of the royal family? And how does this fit into the broader conversation about the monarchy's future? One of the most pressing issues is the role of transparency within the institution. For decades, the royal family has operated under the belief that privacy is essential to maintaining its mystique and authority. The late Queen Elizabeth II embodied this philosophy, rarely addressing personal matters in public. Her ability to remain above controversy helped sustain the monarchy through times of crisis. However, times have changed. Today's media landscape is vastly different, with social media, online forums, and instant news cycles creating an environment where speculation spreads quickly. In this new reality, silence is often perceived as avoidance, and a lack of information leads to endless theories and conjecture. Kate Middleton's health disclosure is a prime example of how public expectations have shifted. When Kensington Palace initially announced that she was recovering from surgery, they likely believed that a brief statement would be enough to satisfy public curiosity. Instead, the lack of further details only fueled more speculation. As images of Kate disappeared from public view, theories ranging from concerning to outright bizarre began circulating online. While her eventual statement clarified the situation, the delay in communication raised important questions. Could this have been handled differently? Should the royal family have been more forthcoming from the start? Prince William, meanwhile, has been increasingly tested as he steps further into his future role as king. As the Prince of Wales, he is expected to balance the responsibilities of leading a modern monarchy while preserving its traditions. This delicate balance is becoming more difficult to maintain, especially as the institution faces scrutiny like never before. His response to Kate's health situation was widely praised, but it also underscored the challenges of managing both personal and public responsibilities. Unlike his grandmother, William does not have the luxury of ruling from a distance. He must engage with the public in ways that previous generations never had to. Princess Anne's presence in these discussions further signals the seriousness of the moment. Though she has never sought the spotlight, her role within the monarchy has been quietly expanding. At 73 years old, she remains one of the hardest-working members of the royal family, carrying out hundreds of engagements each year. Her commitment to duty has earned her a reputation as a steadfast figure within the institution. However, in recent months, she has been more vocal about the direction of the monarchy. With King Charles pursuing a vision of a slimmed-down royal family, Anne has reportedly raised concerns about the potential consequences of such a move. She has long believed that maintaining a full roster of working royals is essential for upholding the institution's responsibilities. Her views contrast with Charles's modernization plans, which focus on streamlining the monarchy's structure. The idea behind this is to reduce the financial burden on taxpayers and adapt to changing public sentiment. However, Anne's concerns stem from a practical standpoint. She understands that reducing the number of working royals could strain the institution's ability to maintain its commitments. With fewer senior members available for official duties, the workload becomes heavier for those who remain. While Charles sees modernization as a necessary evolution, Anne worries that it could weaken the monarchy's presence and stability. This internal debate reflects a broader conversation about the monarchy's relevance in today's society. Polls have shown that while support for the royal family remains strong, there is also growing skepticism about its role. Younger generations in particular have questioned the institution's purpose in a rapidly changing world. The challenge for the monarchy is to adapt without losing the traditions that have sustained it for centuries. Striking this balance will be one of the most significant tests for King Charles, William, and future generations. The tension between tradition and modernization is not new, but the stakes feel higher than ever. In a world where public figures are expected to be more accessible and accountable, the royal family must determine how much it is willing to change. Can they remain relevant while maintaining the dignity and formality that has defined them for centuries? Or will resistance to change create further divisions within the institution? The events of the past few months suggest that the royal family is beginning to acknowledge the need for a more open approach. The decision of Anne, Kate, and William to speak out, however cautiously, marks a departure from the past. But whether this signals a permanent shift or a temporary adjustment remains to be seen. The monarchy's future will depend on how it navigates these challenges in the years ahead. For now, the focus remains on how the institution responds to these growing pressures. Will King Charles continue to push for a smaller, more modern monarchy despite internal concerns? Will William and Kate take on a more direct role in shaping the family's public image? And how will Princess Anne's influence shape the debates happening behind closed doors? The royal family stands at a crossroads, facing decisions that will shape its path for generations to come. The coming months will be crucial in determining whether this new approach to public engagement becomes the norm or remains an exception. The world is watching, and every move will be scrutinized as the monarchy tries to find its place in an ever-evolving society. The royal family's ability to balance tradition with change has always been one of its defining strengths. But as modernization efforts continue and internal discussions unfold, the monarchy is now facing one of its greatest tests. The recent statements from Princess Anne, Kate Middleton, and Prince William were a response to the mounting public pressure, signaling that the institution recognizes the growing demand for transparency. However, while their remarks provided some clarity, they also exposed deeper questions about the future of the monarchy. With King Charles pushing for a streamlined royal family and Anne advocating for the preservation of its full structure, the path forward remains uncertain. Anne's growing influence in these discussions is a reflection of her deep commitment to the monarchy. For decades, she has been known as one of the hardest-working royals, carrying out a significant number of engagements each year. Her dedication has never wavered, and her perspective on the monarchy's future is rooted in a belief that visibility and duty are essential to maintaining its role. While she has always upheld the royal family's traditional values, her recent involvement in strategic discussions suggests that she is deeply concerned about the direction in which the institution is heading. She understands that reducing the number of working royals may seem practical from a financial and operational standpoint, but it could also diminish the monarchy's presence in key areas. Her position stands in contrast to Charles's long-held vision of a modernized, slimmed-down monarchy. His plan to limit the number of senior working royals is intended to make the institution more efficient, ensuring that only the most central figures carry out duties. This approach is meant to align with contemporary expectations, addressing concerns about the cost of the monarchy and its role in a rapidly changing society. However, the risk of this strategy is that it places even greater pressure on figures like William and Kate, who will be expected to shoulder more responsibilities while also navigating the increasing public scrutiny that comes with their roles. The reality of this pressure became evident earlier this year when Kate took a temporary step back from royal duties due to her health. Her absence, combined with the palace's initial silence on the matter, led to widespread speculation. This situation was a reminder of how much the monarchy relies on its core members to maintain public trust. When a figure as central as Kate is missing from the public eye, questions arise, not only about her personal well-being, but also about the stability of the royal family itself. The response from William was an attempt to regain control of the situation, emphasizing that their primary focus was on family and health. However, the delayed communication highlighted the challenge the monarchy faces in adapting to new expectations of openness. William and Kate represent the future of the monarchy, and their ability to connect with the public has been one of their greatest strengths. They have taken a more personal approach to their roles, engaging with communities in a way that feels modern yet still aligned with royal traditions. But as they prepare for their eventual leadership, they must also navigate the complexities of an institution that is undergoing significant changes. The decisions they make now, whether about their public presence, their approach to media engagement, or their stance on modernization, will define how the monarchy evolves in the years to come. Anne's role in shaping these discussions adds another layer to the evolving royal dynamic. While she is not in direct line to the throne, her influence within the family is undeniable. She has earned the respect of both the public and the institution itself, and her willingness to speak up on matters of royal duty suggests that she sees the current moment as critical to the monarchy's future. Unlike Charles, who is focused on streamlining, Anne believes in maintaining the strength of the working royal family. This difference in vision has created a quiet but significant debate within the institution, one that will likely shape its long-term strategy. At the heart of these discussions is the question of whether the monarchy can truly modernize while maintaining its essence. Reducing the number of working royals may make the institution leaner, but does it also make it less effective? Should the royal family continue to adapt to changing expectations, or should it hold firm to its traditional approach? These are the questions that William, Kate, Anne, and Charles must grapple with as they determine the monarchy's next steps. The road ahead is not without challenges. The monarchy is not just a symbol of continuity. It is also an evolving institution that must find its place in the modern world. How it handles this transition will determine not only its relevance, but also its stability. With public sentiment shifting and internal discussions ongoing, the next moves made by the royal family will be crucial in shaping its future. The British royal family is facing a delicate balancing act. As modernization efforts continue and public expectations evolve, the institution finds itself under increasing pressure to remain relevant while maintaining its core traditions. The recent statements from Princess Anne, Kate Middleton, and Prince William have given some insight into the monarchy's current direction. But they have also revealed an underlying tension, one that suggests these changes are not without disagreement. While King Charles is focused on restructuring the monarchy to streamline its operations, others within the family, particularly Anne, have raised concerns about whether this approach could weaken the institution's long-term stability. Anne's increasing involvement in these discussions is a significant development. Throughout her decades of service, she has remained one of the most consistent and hardworking members of the royal family. Her perspective carries weight, not just because of her experience, but because of her firm belief that duty and visibility are essential to preserving the monarchy's role. Her concerns are practical. If the number of working royals is reduced too drastically, the ability of the institution to carry out its responsibilities will suffer. While Charles's vision is based on efficiency, Anne's viewpoint reflects the importance of maintaining a widespread presence across the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. This difference in perspective has naturally placed more responsibility on William and Kate. As the future of the monarchy, their role is not only to represent the institution, but also to shape how it adapts to the modern world. Their approach has already been noticeably different from previous generations, with a greater emphasis on direct engagement and relatability. However, with fewer senior royals available for official duties, the burden on them will only increase in the years ahead. Kate's recent health challenges have highlighted just how much public attention is focused on her and William's role, raising questions about how the monarchy can continue to function effectively with a smaller group of senior members. The issue of transparency remains another key concern. The way the palace handled Kate's absence earlier this year demonstrated the challenges of balancing royal privacy with public interest. While the royal family has historically maintained a strict approach of keeping personal matters private, the modern media landscape no longer allows for such control. The delay in providing details about Kate's condition led to an overwhelming amount of speculation, forcing the palace to adjust its approach. This situation was a clear indication that public expectations have shifted. People demand more openness from the royal family, and silence is often interpreted as avoidance rather than discretion. William has already shown that he understands this changing reality. His response to the situation was measured yet direct, acknowledging the public's concern while maintaining his family's privacy. This reflects the careful balancing act that the monarchy must now navigate. It is no longer enough to simply uphold traditions. The institution must also demonstrate a willingness to engage with the public in a way that feels authentic and responsive. However, this is not an easy transition, and the challenges that come with it are only beginning to unfold. As the royal family moves forward, the question remains, how much change is too much? While Charles's vision of a streamlined monarchy is intended to strengthen the institution, Anne's concerns serve as a reminder that reducing its presence too much could have unintended consequences. At the same time, William and Kate represent a new generation of royals who must navigate a world that demands both tradition and transparency. Every decision they make now will shape the future of the monarchy, determining whether it can successfully adapt or if internal disagreements will create further instability. The coming months will be crucial in defining this path. The statements from Anne, William, and Kate mark a shift in how the monarchy addresses public concerns, but they also leave many questions unanswered. Will King Charles's vision prove effective, or will adjustments need to be made to preserve the institution's reach? Will William and Kate be able to maintain their balance between modernizing the monarchy while upholding its traditions? And will the public continue to support the royal family as it evolves, or are we witnessing the beginning of a deeper transformation? One thing is certain: the monarchy is at a crossroads. The way these challenges are handled now will determine its strength in the years to come. The decisions made today will not only shape the reign of King Charles, but also define the future of William and Kate as they prepare for their eventual leadership. The world is watching, and every move the royal family makes will be scrutinized as they attempt to navigate this critical moment in history. With that, we have reached the end of today's video. If you have come this far with us, be sure to check out other videos on the channel.